Well, if you're a parent and you're planning on or thinking of divorce, there are some very important terms you need to know before you begin the process. I want you to meet Natalia Gregorian. She is a family law attorney at Jaburg Wilk, and she is here to break it down and explain for us. First of all, thank you.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Well, you are so welcome. Welcome to Sonoran Living. This is a hot topic, and unfortunately, there's a lot of parents out there who are in the process of getting a divorce. Let's talk about some terminology here. Custody versus legal decision making. What's the difference?
Custody is a bit of an outdated term. It was replaced with legal decision making and parenting time. And legal decision making is basically the legal right to make major non-emergency decisions on behalf of a minor child, and it includes decisions about education, healthcare, religion, and personal care.
Okay, so those are those four categories that the courts really focus on. So what if you're in a situation where, obviously you have two parents here, you both want to make these decisions. How do you decide?
So there's different types of legal decision making that the courts can award. One of them is joint legal decision making, where neither parent's rights are superior, so they each have an equal say. Another one is joint legal decision making with final decision making authority, which means that the parents are still required to try to make joint decisions, but if they can't agree, then one of the parents gets to make the final decision. And the last is sole legal decision making authority, in which one of the parents has the exclusive right to make those decisions.
You know what I found interesting is you said those four different categories, you know, education, healthcare, religion, and personal care. You can actually decide as a couple to have legal decision making over certain categories, can't you?
Absolutely, yes. The parents could agree that one parent will have sole legal decision making as to education, but they'll have joint legal decision making as to the other categories. And whatever agreements the parents reach, as long as they're in the child's best interest, the court will likely enter those agreements as an order of the court.
Ah, okay. So at the end of the day, who has the final say over which parent, if that's what you're going for, the legal decision-making process?
If there's no agreement, then it's going to be the court making an order after an evidentiary hearing. So if the parties can't agree, then it has to go to the court, and the court will make that decision.
Okay, all right. What is your best piece of advice that you could give parents? It's a difficult time, right? And there's a lot of emotions are running high. What's the best advice you could give parents in a divorce situation?
Sure. I think it's important to know the meaning and the scope of each type of legal decision-making authority, but ultimately it is very important to focus on co-parenting and trying to resolve these issues amicably, otherwise you're faced with litigation.
Yeah. Bottom line is everybody's just got to get along.
That is a good
right. It is in the child's best interest. What about even communicating with the child? Is that something that you would recommend or suggest?
Communicating with the child regarding
what their
decision-making?
needs are. Yeah, like what, like who do they prefer? Is that a good idea? I mean,
probably not.
Okay.
Unless the child
I kind of answered my own question on that one, right?
Unless the child is older, maybe 15, 16, 17, possibly, but usually it's something that the parents either agree to or the court decides.
Yeah. It's a difficult time, and it's always good to have somebody on your side who can kind of guide you through this process, which is exactly what you do. Natalia, thank you.
Thank you
so much for breaking that down for us. Good information. She is a family law attorney, and they have several at Jaburg Wilk if you're interested in learning more. Here's where their office is located, 3200 North Central Avenue. That's Suite 2000 in Phoenix, 602-248 1000, and there's a website for more information, jaburgwilk.com.